Hey, what's up guys? It's Flex and welcome back. So after owning this Audi A4 for a few months, I'm starting to realize the handling of this car is pretty bad. And that's because the factory springs are so tall, the car sits really high, it sways a lot, especially when I'm going into corners or trying to take turns. You can see right here, I can stick 4 fingers in the gap between the top of my tires to the bottom of my fender. That's a lot of wheel gap. And to be honest, it looks really ugly. So what I decided to do was install some H&R Springs. These springs should lower the car about 1.5 inches, which is great if I want to maintain comfort, but also at the same time, give it a more aggressive look and increase the handling performance of this car. And also the cool thing about 1.5 inch drop is I don't really need to get new shocks for the car. And since my OEM shocks are in really good condition, a 1.5 inch drop with those should work perfectly fine. However, I decided not to do the install myself. I'm actually going to be taking it to one of my buddy's shop to get it done because I don't have the tools to do it, I don't have the time to do it, and I don't have the patience to do it. I've done springs and shocks on cars before and it just takes forever. So to save me some time and headaches, I decided to drop it off at my buddy's shop. Hey, what's up Keith? What's going on?
How's it going?
So that is my buddy Keith. He actually owns this shop that he's going to be working on my Audi. He does a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool maintenance, tuning, etc. But I'll let him talk a little more about his business.
Yeah, so we've been open for about 15 years. We primarily do Volkswagen and Audi repairs, maintenance, some performance tuning. We can also work on Mercedes and BMW. We're pretty familiar with the newer stuff, and I'd be glad to help you out.
So I'm gonna let Keith work his magic on the A4, and then once we get it back, hopefully it looks a lot better, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave his contact information in the description below if you're interested in utilizing the shop. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So after installing the springs, I'm really surprised with the ride quality. It's actually really good. It feels just like OEM. It's not harsh at all, going over bumps, going over cracks, going over potholes. It's pretty smooth. But now the car feels really planted to the ground. It doesn't sway when I'm cornering or taking turns. It just feels really good. But the question is, how does it look? So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The drop is very subtle, but the car is still very comfortable and it handles really well. Right now the drop is probably a little more than 1 inch, but over the next couple of weeks the springs are gonna settle and it should be closer to about 1.3 to 1.5 inches. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, hit like below. As always, make sure you subscribe and I will see you next time.